Peace be upon you. In a time long ago, in the land of Ad, lived a people known for their great strength and prosperity. Their civilization was powerful, their buildings towering, and their wealth abundant. Yet, despite their material success, they had lost sight of the most important thing, worshiping the one true God. This is where Prophet Hud Alaihis Salam enters the story. Chosen by Allah, Hud was sent to guide his people back to the worship of the one Creator. But this wasn't a journey that would come easily. The people of Ad were proud, stubborn, and deeply entrenched in their idolatry. Their rejection of the message would set the stage for a struggle that would test not only Hud's patience and faith, but would also challenge the very foundation of his people's beliefs. Prophet Hud Alaihis Salam was born into the lineage of the people of Ad, a lineage known for its strength and resilience. From an early age, Hud stood out due to his righteousness and devotion to Allah. He was known for his honesty, wisdom, and integrity. These qualities made him a respected figure in his community, even before he was chosen by Allah to be a prophet. Hud's early life was likely marked by a deep awareness of the spiritual corruption that surrounded him. While the people of Ad grew more consumed by idol worship and material wealth, Hud focused on living a life of simplicity, righteousness, and devotion to Allah. His commitment to the worship of the one true God made him increasingly distinct from those around him. As he grew older, Hud's faith became even more resolute. He saw the moral decay in his society, their obsession with idols, their greed, and their disregard for the commandments of Allah. He knew that his people were heading down a destructive path, and this concern would later drive him to take on the difficult and sacred role of prophet. When the time came for Allah to send a prophet to the people of Ad, Hud was chosen. His call to prophethood came at a time when the people were living in the height of their material power. The people of Ad were confident in their strength and dismissed any need for the guidance of a prophet. They were wealthy, proud, and self-reliant, believing that their idols protected them and that no harm could come to them. Hud, however, was given a divine mission to call the people of Ad to worship Allah alone and to abandon their idols. His message was simple yet powerful. There is no God but Allah, and you must turn away from your false gods and submit to Him. This call to monotheism was a direct challenge to everything the people of Ad had believed. Their idols were not just physical statues, but symbols of the society they had built around their own strength and arrogance. The idols they worshipped were the foundation of their sense of security, and Hud's message threatened to upend all of that. But Hud did not deliver this message with force or aggression. He called his people with wisdom, patience, and compassion, trying to guide them toward the truth. He reminded them of Allah's power and mercy, urging them to look at the world around them and see the signs of the Creator in everything: the sun, the moon, the earth beneath their feet, and the heavens above. He spoke of the one true God, who had created all things and who alone was worthy of worship. Yet, despite his wisdom and sincerity, the response from the people was not what he had hoped for. They ridiculed him, called him mad, and rejected his message. They were too proud of their strength and wealth to listen to a prophet who came from among them, one who had once been a respected member of their community. Hud's people were deeply entrenched in their beliefs and were not willing to accept the truth that he brought. This rejection, however, did not deter Hud. He remained patient and steadfast in his mission. He knew that his duty was to deliver the message of Allah, and it was up to his people whether they accepted or rejected it. His mission was not to force anyone to believe, but to call them to the truth and to guide them toward salvation. Despite the mockery and rejection, Prophet Hud Alaihis Salam did not lose hope. He continued to preach to his people day and night, reminding them of Allah's greatness and warning them of the consequences of their actions. He prayed for his people, hoping that Allah would soften their hearts and guide them to repentance. But as time went on, the people's hearts grew harder, and they remained defiant in their disobedience. Prophet Hud's early life and his call to prophethood highlight the importance of patience in the face of rejection. His struggle was not just with the rejection of his message, but with the deep resistance his people had to changing their ways. They were entrenched in their false beliefs and had no desire to listen to the truth that Hud was offering. Yet, despite their rejection, Hud remained patient and trusted in Allah's plan. He knew that his role was to deliver the message, and that Allah would take care of the outcome. This trust in Allah's wisdom and timing is one of the key lessons we can learn from the life of prophethood. His example teaches us that when we are faced with rejection or difficulty in our own lives, we should not lose hope. We must remain steadfast, patient, and trust in Allah's plan. Hud's perseverance in the face of adversity reminds us that the path of truth is not always easy, but it is worth it.